You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back.
Somebody said, Bunchy, blow, Bunchy, blow. He said, we would say that to say rap, to say your poems, because as it turns out, of course, he was a great poet. And so Bunchy said, he said, blow nigger town, Bunchy. And Bunchy said, yeah, I wasn't invited to come here, but I'm here. Nigger town. In nigger town, the streets are made of mud, infested with rat and bat and bug. This is how Bunchy talked. In nigger town, the streets are made of brick. Ask any swinging dick that happens past, why won't he get up off his big fat funky ass? More, I forget it. In nigger town one day, 4 little children kneeled to pray. In Jesus' name, boom, 4 little children gone. But Jesus never came. You say you tired of all this shit, you sucker paw, son of a bitch. If you was, you'd fall your mitt. Do something, nigga, if you only spit. It was a challenge. It was a gauntlet thrown down. All of us knew it. We all knew everything before this, bullshit, talk, conversation.
You know, we grew up looking at Emmett Till. You know, you come home and they got the Jet magazine on the table, and this boy done been lynched, his face is swole up, looks like a monster. And you know, you gotta look at that when you're 6 years old, and somebody gotta tell you, well, this is what happens when you whistle at a white woman in Mississippi. And then right after that, you got the 4 little girls that get blowed up in church by some white racist with a bomb that can't nobody ever find. But if a Negro spits on the street, he goes to jail for 50 years, but they can't find this fool with a bomb that done blew up 4 girls that are doing nothing but praying in their church. We grew up looking at this constantly.
Revolution knows no compromise. Revolution overturns and destroys everything that gets in its way.
We, the Negro people down here, have gotten completely fed up. And you know what they're going to do tonight? They're after the white people. Now they're after the white people. They're going to congregate. They're going to caravan out in Inglewood, Playa del Rey, and everywhere else the white man is supposed to stay. They're going to do the white man in tonight.
Oh yeah, this is the Watts area. 52 Chevrolet, white in color, containing 4 male Negroes with a sawed-off shotgun.
All Hollenbeck units, be on the alert for Molotov cocktails.
2 male Negroes on motorbikes with walkie-talkies in the vicinity of 5900 block South Avalon.
All units loaded at furniture store 48th and Central. Looters at the market 43rd Place and Central.
So in 1965, they had a disturbance on the east side of Los Angeles that grew into a whole urban resistance struggle throughout South Central Los Angeles. The National Guard was called in, people was being murdered. Yeah, this is the hard part. Seeing the murder of how the police was just murdering black people. You know, they was hollering and yelling, blah, 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 blah. And the woman tried to, she didn't know to stop or start or go or what. And the next thing you know, you heard a whole bunch of gunshots. They killed a woman, they killed a child. From that point on, I said, we're not gonna be getting just gunned down like that.
Well, 41st and Central, there was a shootout in Los Angeles on December 1969. It was a 4-hour shootout where the Los Angeles Police Department came in the middle of the night, about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and busted in the door, and it was met with gunfire.
Door blew open, and he came out of the gun room with the Thompson just as the police were running in the door. And when he came out with the Thompson, he opened up with the Thompson and started hitting the police in the chest.
When they ran in there and started shooting, and Melvin Cotton Smith started shooting back with that machine gun, they ran out of there talking about they shooting back.
That was extraordinary. It was in broad daylight. They had this shooting. It's like the Wild West shooting back and forth. This pattern of harassment is going on against the Black Panther Party across the country. On Friday, the Watts office of the Black Panther Party was bombed and demolished. Last week, the Des Moines office was bombed. They can't stop anything we're doing as a legitimate political organization. So they come in and shoot us and shoot tear gas in office and drag people off to jail like they've lost their mind.
The intense response of people in the community, just sort of hundreds and hundreds sort of massing outside protesting that. There was this outpouring of support in Los Angeles for the Black Panthers, and we felt that we had a tremendous victory.
This is the first time a documentary has been done specifically about the Southern California chapter, which was the largest chapter. It stretched from Los Angeles down to San Diego, and more Panthers were murdered that were members of the Southern California chapter than any other chapter in the world.
There were more Panthers that were killed in police shootouts in LA than anywhere else.
LA, I thought the LA police were so rude. They were twice as ruthless as the ones here in Oakland. And I don't think it was a coincidence that so many people lost their lives in Los Angeles.
We had been in this battle with these police for like 5 hours, 5 hours, shooting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Eventually they was gonna come in there and kill us all.
So for those 5 hours, I was in control of my destiny. I wasn't under the confines of the United States, the LAPD, or no other high power. I was my own power at that particular point in time. And I relished that, and I enjoyed that, and I think about that constantly. I was free. I was a free Negro. I was a free nigger. Yes, sir.
I think the larger community never understood what the Panthers was all about. The education for the kids, feeding families, and doing a whole lot of things. Really grassroots organizing.
They had a school, you know, and they had the breakfast program, which, you know, that's out of the Panther Party came the breakfast program.
Nola Carter's son, Bunchy, started the LA chapter of the Panthers. He and Elaine Brown were instrumental in organizing community self-help efforts. Michael Zinzan, another early member of the Panthers, recalls the scope of their programs.
Well, we had what we call our 10-point platform and program that spelled it out very clearly about the question of housing, the question of jobs that we needed. It included the free clothing program, health care. We tested thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of young people for sickle cell anemia before anybody even knew how to spell it.
You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back.